So I had a question about drawing hair, and so I thought I'd do a video today just about just some tips on drawing hair. So um, I'm just going to do a quick basic head. Usually it's with female hair that gives people trouble, and I'm assuming that was what the question was about. That's what always gave me trouble. So just do a basic little head here. Now, for flowing hair, the biggest tip I can give is let's do it on different layers. This way we can kind of play around. I'll use the nib thing. All right, so one of the things to think about, first of all, is thinking of it in chunks, or at least to the middle there, instead of thinking about individual strands. So if you're gonna draw, say she's got long hair, say her hair comes down to about here. Um, so she's got hair here. The worst thing you can do is like start doing like little bitty strands and just thinking about uh, the individual hairs. What you want to do is think about the larger shapes first. So think about shapes and gravity. So if she's got long hair, if you look at pictures of girls with long hair, um, sometimes it'll kind of come up and then, gravity's going to pull it down. And of course, it depends on, um, the style of hair and everything. But let's just say she's got kind of straight hair that's kind of full. And I'm just thinking about I'll need to see her ear. Um, the larger area. So let's say she's got maybe some bangs there. So you think about the bangs as a section, and then this is a section, and then here, and think about it in groupings. Okay, so if I was going to color this in, and I'm gonna make her. Oops. Let's give her while I'm talking. Make her actually look a little bit better. Um, so, oops. If you're gonna color her hair black, for example, that'll be a good one. Um, you want to think, and I'll show you in just a minute. I got caught up doing this part. Let me just do this, all right. So, she's think about like this would be like a grouping. I feel like there's a word I'm missing. So that would be one right there. And then this would be another kind of right here. And this would be another. And approaching it as in, has the clumps, or clumps doesn't sound very good, but you know what I mean. So think about it in sections. And then you can go in and, do the individual, kind of give it a little more, stray here. But even up here, so you can have a section coming out here and here. So kind of break it down into larger areas. And a lot of times, especially when I'm drawing from life, I tend to think about it in terms of just the overall larger shape to begin with. For example, like if sometimes I'll even start way up here. So she's got her hair in like a kind of a bun. This is a little bit further up on her head, but let's just say it's something style like that. I mean, I'll kind of just do big shapes, and then and I'm not really looking at reference right now. So, but just thinking, a good way to practice is to think the overall shape of the hair without getting bogged down into the details. It's easier with short hair. I mean, if she had some shorter hairs, I don't think, that's pretty straightforward. Um, it's the flowing hair that tends to give people problems. Um, it's really easy to get bogged down into the details. And so another thing, like say with let's say with um, curly hair that kind of curls as it um, locks. Locks is the word I was looking for. So if you had a lock of hair for curly, tends to go like this, and then the locks would kind of go in this this way, kind of like a um, S pattern. And so you kind of want to treat each lock of hair. So with curly hair, it kind of comes up and gets fuller. The curled individual locks kind of get, it's not, get a little wavy up the top and then kind of falls down as gravity kind of pulls it, and they get longer. Um, so just thinking in terms of how the locks go. Trying to think. So we've had straight hair, perfectly straight hair. If she had hair coming kind of tucked under here. If it's also think about again following the how gravity's going to do it. But if she's got her shoulders here, a lot of times think about how it'll hit shoulders and then come around, thinking in 3 dimensions. So the hair is back there, and then you can kind of play with always coming out of the center point and then down. And then you can do some stray, like get a little fuller things. But so anyway, that's the biggest tip I can give is just and again, it applies to pretty much anything. Thinking larger shapes first, and then worrying about you know the details. Details should always come last. And with really frizzy hair or hair that's kind of in an afro maybe, or anything that's up like this, you don't like you can get away with like just drawing the around the edges, and then in the if the colors you could uh, in this area in the middle kind of define that. But the curls. But if everything is kind of frizzy or whatever, don't feel like you have to fill up this whole area. Give enough information. Like even if I just this is actually kind of staticky looking here, but even here, just by me doing this around the edges, that's what the texture of this hair in here. I don't have to fill it in. So just a quick tip for drawing hair. I hope that helps. If it doesn't, let me know. Let me know what confuses you. If there's any other videos that you'd like to see, just kind of explaining little things like this, let me know in the comments. And subscribe. If you subscribe, hit the bell just below the video, and that'll let you be notified to the channel and videos that you subscribe to. It'll tell you when I've uploaded things. I don't know why YouTube did that. That is really weird. I still think that's weird. But anyway, hope it helps, and I will see you tomorrow.